Hi there, welcome to another episode of Adventures in Glass with Doug. That's me. What are we going to do today? Well, you know that I take thrifted glass, things that I find in thrift shops and just in odd places, and create some really neat sculptures that we can use in the garden, on the patio, inside, outside, wherever it makes sense, wherever it looks good. And so we take these pieces of random glass and try and craft something out of them that's special. There are some pieces that I got recently that I really think are neat. This is somewhat, I'd say somewhat typical. I can usually find bowls and plates in this sort of star design from time to time. They're not too rare. They're relatively common to find, and when I find them, I love picking them up because these make great bases. So we're going to try to use that for a base. I have some other pieces to add to that. This is a beautiful, I would say cobalt blue, but it's actually tending toward a little more of a purple vase, and that we're going to put on top of the base. We're going to add in, oh, I don't know, I guess it was a little candy dish that looks to me like lead crystal, and a wine goblet that is, you can find these fairly easily from time to time. They're about just over $1, maybe $1.09, I think is the way they price them, but I usually buy my glass at Senior Day at Goodwill, which is usually a 25% discount. Let's get started. As I said, this channel is where we try to craft some interesting things from glass that we find. And I think what we'll do with this is go upside down, which is one of my favorite things to do, because when you put some of these pieces upside down, you don't recognize them as easily. And you really see them more as a sculptural element. Now these, I've washed all these pieces already, although I can see I leave some fingerprints on them. So let me see how well this is gonna match. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Okay, so what's the secret to how Doug puts these together? Well, there really isn't any secret. I use my magic glue. It's silicone, and it's 100%. I buy the GE 100% silicone. Sometimes it'll say it's for kitchen and bath. Sometimes it'll say it's for doors and windows. It's all 100%, dries the same way. I like it because it's very easy to work with, easy to clean up, and then if I have to make repairs, as you've seen in some of my previous videos, I can peel apart broken pieces and repair them. So we take that silicone, and if you can't find it anywhere, you can certainly get it online. I have a link in the description below, so you can easily buy yourself a couple of tubes of that. Okay, we put a rim of caulk around, and then we're going to put these two pieces of glass together. All right, let's get those together. You know, people ask me, well, what are you going to do with all these, Doug? You know, you have so many, and I've given quite a number of them away to friends and family, which is fun. Beyond that, I don't really know. They don't really have a useful purpose. They're just decorative. But you know, if you get started with this hobby, you might be like me, and you'll be wondering, why do I have so many of these? Why do I have such an inventory of glass? Well, it kind of grows on you. What I'm doing now is just smoothing bead of caulk that's in there. Okay. Now for my next piece, we're going to put this on top, and this time I can see what my leading edge is, so this time I'm going to put my caulk on this. Okay, last step is this. I have a fairly extensive collection of glass beads that sometimes come with some of the pieces that I pick up. So I'm going to put one or two of those on top. Because I can. And there we have, oh, and you know, you could get silly with this. You could put some, this has some flat sides. You could put some of those on here. You could dot them around here. You could put them on the little feet. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to get too crazy. But there we have today's glass sculpture, which didn't take us long at all once we had the pieces together and clean. So, you know, this sort of hobby can go together pretty quick. I hope you enjoyed that. If you are a new visitor, make sure you subscribe so you get notified when I do a new video. And if you enjoy them, give me a thumbs up. I don't mind a couple of comments here and there, so enjoy and come back, and good luck.